Hey, Wendell, good to see you. How are you feeling, and how are you recovering from the injury?
I'm feeling pretty good. My vision's still a little blurry. I had to dilate my eyes pretty much every day for the muscle that was in my eye to kind of heal itself. So, um, in terms of pain, I feel pretty good. I've been feeling good since probably like yesterday. Uh, at the same time, it's still a little blurry, and they said my depth perception was gonna be off a little bit. So that's the only two things that bother me right now.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Wendell, it's been a little while since we've spoken with you. I'm curious, how do you feel like have you played up to your standards since you arrived here?
Um, my standards are very high for myself, and in my opinion, for me, no, I didn't. We weren't winning. You know what I'm saying? That's really the ultimate goal. So, um, I look back at the games that we had, even though we were short, man, we didn't have that many players at the time. When I first got here, um, I feel like I could have did even more, to help this team win. So I'm never satisfied. If we would have won every game, I would have said yeah. But it's something I could have done those games to help my team get over the hump. So I feel like I played okay. I played well, but I could have done a lot more.
Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hi, Wendell. You and RJ Hampton came to the team at the same time. What have you seen from him, and do you feel like he has the tools to become a really great player in the NBA?
RJ is a great player. He's a great person too, and I feel like that's really what helps him on the court. He's a great teammate. He goes out there, he makes the right plays. Um, he's very unselfish. He takes his shots when they're there, but he doesn't force anything. He's a great defender, good rebounder. He has a really good all-around game, and for him to just be a rookie, the sky's the limit for him, man. I'm definitely happy for him, and he definitely has the potential to be something really good in this league.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Because of the COVID protocols, we can't see you face to face. We can't ever, talk with you. So it's tough to understand and learn much about you as people, and probably vice versa. So I'm curious, when you say RJ is a great person, what do you see off the court that we can't see yet?
He always has just good energy. They just came off the road. I'm sure he's tired this morning, but he came in, good attitude, smiling, happy. That usually goes a long way, especially in this league. You lose count of the days, you just coming in. It's another game every other day. But he comes in with good energy always. And a lot of people may not realize that, but if you just kind of sit back and just look at it, like it definitely helps him as a person, and it helps his team. Like sometimes we need that energy. Sometimes we lack it, especially now we're not having no fans at the game. And then like he brings his own energy, and then we can all feed off of it.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Wendell, good to see you. I caught part of you on the Magic podcast the other day, and you were telling a story about your mom not letting you play a game because you fibbed to her about your report card. And I'm just curious to know, this being Mother's Day and everything, in what ways did she sort of help you get to where you are right now in your career?
She taught me discipline. She taught me, being respectful, and when it comes to the off the court things, just being a good person all around. I feel like she played a huge role in that. She played basketball, but it was bigger than basketball for her, if I could say that. Like she just wanted to make sure I was a good person, no matter I made it to the NBA, and no matter if I stopped playing in college, no matter what happened. She wanted to make sure that people like me because of who I am, not because of what I do. And that was her big thing, and that's definitely taken me a long way. Just being a great people's person, being respectful, just being nice.
Go ahead, Roy.
Thanks, Trish. And what are maybe some things that you still seek out from her for, in terms of advice, and also probably your dad as well?
Yeah. My mom, right now, I'm in a position where, I'm 22 years old now, and she can kind of just sit back and kind of enjoy what she created. She got me here. I'm now grown. So I'm not saying I don't learn from her anymore, but it's more so like she gets to enjoy like what she produced, like what she, the countless hours her drive me to practice, drive me to school. I live like an hour away from my school, all that stuff. Now we here, so it's kind of like, just sit back, relax, just enjoy it. And then with my dad, kind of the same thing. It was, man, I can only think about all the things that they used to do for me just so I can get to this moment. So now that I'm here, um, just them being my mom and my dad, not necessarily learning anything from them, but they're giving me their 2 cents every here and there. But other than that, it's just about just enjoying life right now.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Wendell, to get back to your injury just for a brief second, I imagine that clear vision and depth perception are both important elements of the game. Just how much does that inhibit you from potentially, making a return?
It's tough because at first I wasn't training at all, like for the first like 3 or 4 days. So you lose a little bit of your fitness. So even when my vision clears back up, it's just getting back into that game shape. When you're not playing in the game, it's hard to stay in game shape, especially when I couldn't train at first. So, but other than that, I feel like I'll be able to make a good return for these last couple games. Just be able to play hard. I mean, it's definitely, if I was to go out there and try to play right now, it would be I don't know what would happen, but I don't know if I would like it. But yeah, I definitely be all right though.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Speaking of your mom, I think I remember you saying that she's friends with Chuma's mom.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So from your perspective, what has it been like for her to once again have something in common with Chuma's mom?
I mean, I feel like it's a good thing. I haven't really talked to her about that, but just knowing my mom as a person, she's definitely gonna to love that. Something that's familiar to her. When she's coming down to come to games and stuff, someone that she can relate to, talk to. Who's who also understands the game of basketball also. So they can have very good conversations, things like that. And yeah, she was, my mom was always a person, whenever we played when I was younger, she cheered for the whole team, and she always had high praise for Chuma, and then just to see it all come full circle, it's definitely amazing for sure.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Wendell, you mentioned a little earlier about having high expectations for yourself, and we know that Steve Clifford has said one of the things that he likes about you is that you really push yourself, but you're also hard on yourself as well. How do you feel like you've made strides in that area to sort of find a little bit of a balance where you're not, too hard on yourself, but yet you're pushing yourself to be better?
Yeah, that's something I used to struggle with when I was ever since I started playing basketball. I always was too hard on myself, you know what I'm saying? And as I got older and realized like, man, you're a good player. You're in the NBA now. Like you went to a good college, you're in the NBA, like you're a good player. Like rely on the things that you're good at. So one thing I try to separate the two is, try to wait till after the games, you know what I'm saying? Watch film so I can really see what happened, see how I can do better, try not to make the same mistake twice. And that's kind of something, I try to strive for. It's never always that perfect. Sometimes I get down on myself during a game, or I get kind of angry at myself or whatever. But, I try to stay cautious of it, just make sure I'm thinking about those things. So, my energy is always good while I'm out there. So I'm not, bringing my teammates down or, hurting my team in any way.
Josh Robbins.
Wendell, it's easy to forget that you're only 22, and at least for us it is, and you're also a young 22. I mean, you got potentially 15 more years in the game. What areas do you feel like you can still improve on?
Very first thing I think of is just being confident and just taking my shots. You know, in this league, you know, I feel like just sometimes just taking the shots, miss or make is sometimes good for the team. You know, that's something I always wanted to, you know, get a little bit better at. And then just shot making also, you know, just taking those shots and making them at the same time. So you know, that's something I'm definitely gonna work on this summer, so I can be, you know, more of a threat on the offensive end for my team. And you know, being the threat on offense usually helps your defense. You know, making the other team work on the defensive end, and you know, just helping my team in that way.
Will you focus in part on distance shooting, three-point shooting this off season?
Yeah, that's I feel like my mid range is really well. In my opinion, I feel like I shoot that shot pretty well. So just being more confident, like I am at the mid range level, being able to take those threes with the same confidence. That's really my goal for the summer.
You understand a lot of approaches that coaches and coaching staffs use. I'm just curious, in a general sense, from what you've seen here, what's your take on how well Steve Clifford and the coaching staff here develop young players?
I mean, I look at Vooch. You know, he came here and you know he definitely thrived in the system. And I look at all the other young players that came through here. I feel like, you know, I definitely got a lot of respect for them. I trust them. You know, I've told them I'm gonna spend a lot of my summer here. You know, just being able to work with some of the coaches and the trainers here. I definitely got a lot of trust in them, and I feel like they know exactly what they're talking about. And they're genuine people, and they want to help me become a better player. So yeah, I trust them for sure.
Thank you.
Any final questions? Okay, thank you, Wendell. Appreciate your time.